Chapter 9. The water had risen to the attic by the time Dad chopped a hole big enough for them to climb through. The wind screamed and rain poured in. "Stay together," Dad shouted. "We're going to stay together." Cleo was so stunned that she stopped fussing. She kept her eyes on Barry's face, and he did his best to look calm, like Dad did on the plane. Dad dragged a trunk under the hole, stepped onto it, and pulled himself onto the roof. "Barry!" Dad yelled. "Climb up!" Barry stood on the trunk. Dad lifted him by the arms, and Mom grabbed his legs, pushing him up slowly. Barry gasped when he stuck his head into the storm. The wind was so strong he couldn't keep his eyes open. The rain came down hard and fast, stinging his face like a million bees. Dad held on to Barry, then helped him lie down on his stomach. The wind pushed against Barry's back, gluing him to the roof. "Stay there!" Dad shouted. Cleo came up next. Dad laid her down next to Barry. Barry put his arm around her and held on. Soon, Barry and Cleo were sandwiched tightly between Mom and Dad. They lay bundled together like that, not talking. Mom had her arm over Barry's head. Dad's hand rested on his back. Cleo was pushed so close against Barry he could feel her heart beating. He smelled Mom's lemony soap. Barry kept his eyes closed, but just as he started to feel a tiny bit calmer, there was a loud thud at the end of the roof. Something had blown through the air and smacked against the house. Cleo sprang up, struggling to her feet, breaking free of Mom's and Dad's hold. "Akivo!" she called. The wind knocked her forward. Mom screamed. Barry's hand shot out and grabbed Cleo by the back of her shirt. Dad got a grip on her arm. They pulled her back into their huddle. Barry's heart hammered. They got Cleo to lie flat again, but before Barry could rejoin their huddle, a gust of wind swirled around him and hit him in the chest. He tumbled to his side. "Barry!" Dad called, holding out his hand. Barry reached out, expecting to feel Dad's grip, but he slipped back, and his hand sliced through empty air. He slid down, 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 down. The last thing he saw before he fell into the water was the terrified look on Dad's face.